Out here from the National Weather Service office, the first snow of the fall season up there, a little earlier than normal, but nonetheless they're getting some of that snow, not accumulating, at least not yet. We'll keep an eye on that, but right now we're just showing you some of that snow from the National Weather Service there. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar up in northern Nevada, and you can see where some of that snow continues to fall up here in the Reno area this morning. So it's kind of filling in right there from the Reno area all the way down toward Carson City along US 395 and I-580 through that particular area. As we pull out the radar and show you kind of regionally here, we got the frontal boundary up here in northern Nevada, going to bring down a sharp cold pool of air heading down towards southern Nevada. As we get on later on today and into tonight, ahead of the frontal boundary, we're going to start seeing some of those winds pick up, especially as we get into the afternoon hours out of the southwest ahead of the front. So right now, though, things are pretty quiet for now. Matter of fact, we got a nice, tranquil, beautiful morning shot. Step out so you can see it a little bit better from our downtown Summerlin camera. Just a few high wispy clouds are off to the distance. You would never know that we have a big frontal boundary coming down and a high wind warning that's going to be going into effect. But we do have that nonetheless. Right now is a calm before the windstorm, if you will. Winds will start picking up later on today. Winds between 25 and 35 miles an hour with gusts up to 60 miles an hour, possibly even higher than that. That means we could have damaged trees, down power lines. We could have things blowing around on the highway during the afternoon commute today. Definitely something we'll be watching. We have wind advisories for northwest Arizona into portions of Lincoln County, and winter weather advisories to top it off for Lincoln County and also the Spring Mountain and Sheep Range. We could have snow accumulations between 2, maybe up to 5 inches in some parts of Lincoln and also in the Spring Mountain Range. Cold air, yep, it's heading on down. So here comes the frontal boundary as it heads towards southern Nevada. So once again, we'll have those southwesterly winds ahead of the frontal boundary, and those winds could top out potentially if all the ingredients come together up to 70 miles an hour, and then the cold air comes in behind it. So you'll really notice it tomorrow with highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s. Here's future track for your wind. Really starts to crank up around 1 o'clock this afternoon with those winds around 30 miles an hour on the west side of the valley. And then look at that here as we get into tonight. Winds shift out of the northwest. But look at that. Some of those areas up in the northern portion of town, over 40-mile-per-hour winds. And once again, the gusts could be higher than that. It won't be until Tuesday into Wednesday before things start to calm down as we get Tuesday night into Wednesday before things start to calm down for the winds. We'll have an afternoon dust advisory as well for blowing sand and dust here in the Las Vegas Valley. Checking out that futurecast here before we wrap it up. We're going to show you here as we get into the 5 o'clock hour, the potential for showers could also come along with this windstorm here later on this afternoon. Get into 8 o'clock all the way into midnight and all the way into tomorrow morning. We'll have potential for showers here around the Las Vegas Valley. It'll be relatively light in nature. The bigger story will be the snow up there in Lincoln County and up in the Spring Mountain Range. Let's check out that Fox 5 7-day forecast. 74 today, dust, sand, wind, and rain. It's going to be a big mix this afternoon with a high of 74, 66 tomorrow, and then Wednesday a high of 67 and a very chilly low of 47. Alyssa, time to get the coat out.